Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I have been invited by Newcastle United to come down to the academy today and to interview 5 Newcastle women's players and also Becky ahead of their fixture at St James's Park. The 27th of November is the second time in club history a Newcastle United women's team will play at St James's Park. During the World Cup, there's no reason why you shouldn't go there. 22,134 was the attendance last time, and the club is obviously looking to break that record once again. So myself, Newcastle Fans TV, Tyneside Life and the Magpie channel have all been invited down today to essentially interview the players and help promote it. This is also the first time ever where the media teams actually ask content creators to pretty much come into a training session and to make content. So obviously that's a massive moment for everyone involved, and for me, thank you very much, that's all I'm going to say. But yes, if you're new to the channel, make sure you get down here, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button as well. We always get all the women's content on the channel as well as the main team. But yeah, Newcastle United behind the scene, we've got a training session on now, interviews with the players ahead of the big game. Thank you guys, let's get into it.
The statement was released today from his chairman saying about the club taking over the women's team, and that's been absolutely massive for us to actually feel a part and be a part of this club, and we appreciate everything that's been done so far so much.
Well, that wasn't the only statement that came out today from the club. The 27th of November, Newcastle play Bradford City in our second ever women's match at St James's Park. But this year is the first woman, guys, that has ever scored at St James's Park. That's history. That's never going to change. 50, 60 years, it doesn't matter. It's never going to change. So how did that feel for you, just getting that moment and just knowing that that's going to be you forever?
It's what dreams are made of, you know. To have played there is just something in itself, but actually be the first woman to score there, like you say, is just the best day of my life. That day was.
I mean, your exposure's been quite a lot for you as well. So for example, I went to the club shop today to buy some new merch. Honestly, I've just seen Katie Barker, Olivia, what Georgia gives us all around the club shop, as well as that you were actually on the first ever women's programme, of course, the Liverpool game, the double programme. And as well as that, just everywhere you go, it's just Katie Barker this, Katie Barker that. Just how's it feel for you, just knowing that there's so much exposure going around with you and for the other women's players?
It's absolutely crazy. One day it's went from almost nothing to having everything, like you say, and it's took a little bit to get used to seeing my face everywhere, but I love it and I wouldn't change it for the world.
And as well as that, not just the exposure out there, you get a lot of fans that come at you as well. How does it feel? You're just inspiring young girls or young fans in general. Just how does it feel for you being able to meet people that just adore you?
It's crazy, to be honest. A little story, I met a little girl at a park once, had a little bit of a kick around with her. She recognised who I was and I remembered who she was. I made her day just having a little kick about with her, and she come to my game at Kingston Park the other week and got to take some photos with her and stuff. It was just lovely to see that inspiration and her come to watch and support us now. So little stories like that are just amazing.
And how does it feel as well that it was 22,134 last time at St James's Park? How does it feel that you got, for the first game, that many people coming in to watch? I mean, we know the women's games. I mean, the most it's ever had was 2,000 odd for the game at Kingston Park. How does it feel that suddenly out of nowhere it's just 11 times the record attendance?
It was absolutely crazy. We couldn't believe it. We didn't expect that many, and we were waiting to come out, and kick-off was delayed 15 minutes because the crowds were so large coming in. So to have experienced something like that was just amazing, and obviously we're hoping now in November to maybe even double that and break the record that's already set in England.
And as for my final question now, Katie, the best way I kind of look at it is if you had an opportunity to tell someone what the women's team do on a weekly basis, how would you describe the women's team, as in what could you expect to see from them if you turned up to the game?
You'll expect to see determination. We'll give absolutely everything. Everything will be left on that pitch, and when you come to watch us, we want to entertain. So we'll give you a performance of absolutely 100%, and we just hope that everyone there will enjoy it.
I appreciate it, Katie. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Guys, we are now joined by Gillian, our brand new sign all the way from America. First off, how does it feel getting the opportunity to sign for Newcastle United?
It's just phenomenal and so exciting. Being a part of a club like this with such loyal supporters and such an incredible fan base, it's just something that's so exciting to be a part of, and everyone's been so welcoming and I couldn't be happier.
Did you personally have much experience in Newcastle United before the offer? Or?
No, so I was here in August on trial, and that was the first time I'd ever been in Newcastle, and fell in love with it immediately. And now I'm here, all moved in, getting acclimated, and I'm also getting my master's at Northumbria at the same time. So that's been really good to kind of like settle in.
And well, I'm sure you've seen it on social media today, the 27th of November, Newcastle play Bradford City at St James's Park, 52,000 seater stadium. How does it feel for you, an opportunity to play in such a big venue?
It's just incredible. I never ever thought that I would have the opportunity to play in such a like historic and just an amazing facility like that. And with that many people, it's just thinking about it is so exciting.
And I mean, over the past year, quite a lot has changed in the club itself. I don't know all the ins and outs that you would know, but
Right.
just in general, just the support of the fans. For example, of course, Lincoln, a couple of weeks ago now was the first time you actually played. There was just hundreds of Newcastle fans, even in Lincoln. So how do you think it feels for you, the support of the fan club, and just seeing so many people interested, especially in the women's game?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I was saying earlier, how not only is it incredible that the club, you know, under the new ownership, like they're really investing in the women's game here, like specifically, but also I was here when the women's national England team won the Euros, and that was just like amazing. And it almost feels like I've heard multiple people say women's football is up and coming. So not only to be a part of the movement that's happening within the club and have that momentum behind us, but also just the momentum that's happening within women's football in this country in general is just like amazing. It's an amazing time to be a part of the sport.
And finally, well, the last time Newcastle played at St James's Park, 22,000 people returned that. I mean, I'm sure we can beat that this time. We're hoping we can beat that. Just, again, how does it feel for you knowing that there's going to be, you would think, at least 20,000 people there just watching you play?
Yeah, it's definitely a little nerve-wracking to think about. I've never played in a crowd that big, not even close to that big. But it's more exciting than anything, and just really happy to be a part of it, and really grateful that my teammates, my coaches, and the fans have been so welcoming. So
Well, appreciate it, Julie, and thank you so much.
yeah, thank you.
So now we are joined by the current Newcastle United goalkeeper and also new captain this season, Grace. Hello, Grace.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing fine, thank you. Now, first off, speaking about that captaincy, so Brooke, the long-serving captain of the club, has retired in the summer, and you are being chosen by Becky to be the new captain. So on a personal level for you, how did it feel to get that captain's armband?
It was amazing. Obviously this pre-season we all sat down for our meetings with Becky, and she offered us a position, and I was just I'm not often speechless, but let's say I was gobsmacked, and I couldn't say yes quick enough. Obviously lifelong fan, so I couldn't wait to say yes and put the captain's armband. And
that also means now that in November at St James's Park, you are going to be leading out the Newcastle United women's team with that armband on. How is that going to feel for you?
Yeah, amazing for me personally, and obviously for the club as well. It's an amazing opportunity to walk out the team in front of so many fans, and hopefully put on a brilliant display as well. It was amazing last time, and I can't wait to see what's going to come in November.
And well, it's fair to say over the past year a lot's changed about the club, not even just the women's team, but on the women's team it's been astronomical, the amount of changes you've seen. Just how does it feel now that you know you have support from everyone, you'll be able to do the things that you want to do as a club?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously it was like around this time last year that we were all going mental in our players group chat, being like, oh my god, look at the takeover. It's amazing, and obviously the support that we have is been amazing so far from everyone involved, the staff, the owners. It's been fantastic. Like you say, getting the opportunity to play at Kingston Park, the opportunity to play at St James's, kind of the support, how hands-on they are coming to our games is all phenomenal, and it's an amazing support from them.
And as a result of so much exposure going towards the women's team, it means that all the players get more popular. And how does it feel for you when you see all these fans after the game wanting autographs, wanting pictures, just wanting to speak to the players? How does it feel for you just knowing that you got so many fans that want to come and meet you?
Yeah, it's amazing to see kind of all the fans out there at the end of the games at Kingston Park, and kind of they all gathering around, and it's amazing just to go and spend like 30 seconds with them, giving them a high five or a picture or like a little signature, anything they want. It's amazing. Obviously a lot of us growing up didn't have those female role models to be able to be them for a lot of children is an amazing opportunity, and kind of one that we don't take for granted.
And something you don't take for granted is the support of the fans. So 22,000 people was the first ever game St James's Park. Is there any expectation out from any to see a bigger attendance, or are you just grateful for the support you have?
Well, obviously last time when we played them last year at St James's Park, we were kind of all saying like, oh, how many do you think we're going to have? And a couple of the girls were like, oh, 5,000. A couple of them were like, nah, we reckon 10,000. And none of us got anywhere close to 20 odd thousand. So that was an amazing achievement within itself. So hopefully when we play in November at St James's Park, we can get it even more, because there were so many people who rang us after the game saying, oh, I wish I'd been there, can't believe I missed out, and then so many people who did come saying, oh, I'm going to bring so and so next time. So I don't think any of our phones have stopped this afternoon. Everyone's going mental, saying, oh, you're playing again, can we get some tickets out there? How many people can we bring? So hopefully we can get as many people there. You know, say like Toon fans, footy mad, everybody loves it. It's a family day out, and it's cheap as chips. It's in James's Park, so you can't really complain.
And for my final question now, so your expectations this season, I think it's expected from you is to be able to get promoted this year, and just, how to put it? So let's say a new fan has turned up to watch you play. What can you expect from the team on a weekly basis?
Yeah, I think kind of what you can expect from us is that we're going to leave everything on the pitch. We always sort together as a team. We'll always be out there fighting till the final whistle, whether the game's 5-0 up or whether it's a 1-1 or whether we're 1-0 down. We'll always give our everything no matter what. And hopefully you'll see some really fast attacking football going forward. Like you say, we've got such fast wingers and KB in front of goal, and it's an amazing day out.
Well, thank you so much, Grace. Enjoy your training session.
No problem, thank you very much.
So here we are with Newcastle's brand new sign, just announced on Sunday, Charlotte Potts. First off, welcome to Newcastle United. How's it feel for you signing for the team you've supported since you were a child?
Thank you. It just feels like fantastic. Like every time I obviously put the training kit on, wearing the badge, it just brings back that feeling from when you were a kid. Used to play in the streets in the park. You
see Becky first hand this row, signing Sunday straight into the start 11. How does that feel for you getting there straight away and playing 90 minutes?
Oh, amazing. I mean, it's been a bit of a difficult pre-season for me, getting back from Canada, finally getting 90 minutes in the bank. It's been 4 months since I've played a game, so getting that first 90 minutes has been crucial to get the ball rolling and just get me back being robust again.
Yeah. So it's been announced this morning, November the 27th, we play against Bradford City at St James's Park. That'll be the first time you ever play at St James's Park. How does that feel for you? Are you going to be playing at the best ground in the world?
I can't wait, honestly. Like last time, I was actually on BBC Newcastle when they played the last time, and hearing on the headset the echo of the crowd, like I was thinking, is this a women's game? Because there was that many there. Looked on Twitter, 22,000. I was just wow, like I was actually really envious. I wanted to be on the pitch myself.
And on an outsider point of view, I mean, at that point, I mean, you weren't contracted in Newcastle. Just how does it feel for you, just knowing that the girls had a chance to play St James's Park? It was the first time in the club's history they'd done that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we heard about the new ownership from the outside, and like we didn't actually understand how much even emotional investment there was from the new owners. And now that I'm here in the environment and you really see it, you're seeing them at the game, it's just fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen that with any other club that I've been at, where the owners are really that heavily involved, and it's really nice to know that you're appreciated.
Now, as for goals expectations, I don't want to try and fill your head with all these dreams and hopes, but we are expecting to win the league this season, I think it's fair to say. And just for you, just what kind of goals have you set yourself when you signed for Newcastle?
Obviously promotion for this season's the ultimate goal. I've always been a very ambitious person. I've got a lot of self-belief, and that's kind of what's got me through very tough times, the self-belief. But I'm very much a type of person that just sticks to the present moment, and just whatever goal you've got on that day, in that moment, and just get the job done there and then.
Well, I appreciate it, Charlotte. Thank you so much. Good luck at St James's Park. I'll be watching you from the stand. I'm sure, hopefully, we'll see more than 22,000 this time.
Hopefully.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So now we are joined by the Newcastle United women's manager, Becky Langley. So, Becky, first off, today it's been announced the second ever match for the women's team at St James's Park is on the 27th of November versus Bradford City. Just how does it feel that you got yet another opportunity to play in such a fantastic ground?
Yeah, we're absolutely delighted. There's that buzz around the whole camp that we're playing another game at St James's Park. We were so thrilled to play there last time, and to have that fan base come out and support the girls was just absolutely brilliant. We've pushed to get another fixture there, and you know, we're absolutely delighted. It's the Bradford games. It's, you know, it'll be a really competitive match, and at the moment, you know, we're joint top of the league, so it'll be a game that we have to get 3 points from, and if we can get that kind of 12th woman behind the team and pack out St James's Park, that'd be brilliant, Adam.
And on a personal level for you, I mean, you were the first ever women's manager to be at St James's Park. That's never ever going to change. Just how did that feel for you? That was, I mean, it was you that had the opportunity to do such an honour.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I think there's little moments of the whole experience that were just absolutely unbelievable. It was, you know, when we walked out and we could see that stadium filling up, and then the kick-off had to be postponed 15 minutes because there was 5,000 people still outside. And I think for me, when I was kind of in the change room and other staff were joining and players were coming in, they were saying, you know, the pubs are full of black and white shirts. It feels like a men's match day. And I think for myself, when we were warming up, like, the girls went in to actually get changed, and the fans actually were like starting to pile in, and myself and Lloyd went over to the fans and started clapping. But the roar of the claps coming back to me, it was just an experience I'll never forget. It felt so loud and I felt so small on that pitch, but it was just absolutely dream come true, and yeah, obviously really excited to have it again.
Well, I know for every fan it's quite obvious, but over the past year, just for everything around the club, so much has changed. Just for the women's team, even on a weekly basis, we're trying to get Kingston Park every single match. We're always making sure we're going out of our way to make sure everyone involved with the club is always having a fair experience. Just for you and the women's team, how does it feel just knowing that you always have the backing and always have the support from everyone around the club?
Absolutely. I think women's football hasn't been supported in the past like it is now, and obviously the England Lionesses team having a fantastic summer has only boosted people's interest and support towards women's football. But since the owners have come in and Amanda Staveley heading up everything at Newcastle United Football Club, the interest in women's football is just, you know, skyrocketing. And yeah, it's just an exciting time to be a part of it. And we've never really asked for anything other than equal access, and I think that's the main thing. And the club are really supporting that on and off the pitch.
And finally now, this is something I always tend to kind of ask the manager and the captain, but let's say, for example, that a new Newcastle fans turn up to watch the women's team, may have only been to the St James's Park game, maybe an odd one at Kingston Park. What can that fan expect from you and your players on a regular basis?
Yeah, I think the girls are very determined, they're very hard-working. We've got a really together group. It's quite a young team, so we've got loads of energy. We want to be aggressive. We want to excite the fans with our creative player in the final third. And a lot of the girls are kind of, you know, massive Newcastle fans as well, so it's such a pride for them to pull on the black and white shirt and play for the Toon. So yeah, we're just absolutely buzzing and want to excite the fans who come and watch. So yeah, I'm sure we'll be a great force in this league this season, and we just want to go on and win that league, so we need your support.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. 22,000 last time, I'm sure we could smash that, hopefully. Well, yeah. I mean, at the time I thought maybe you'd probably get over 10,000, but I think 22,000 is just ridiculous. So yeah, I really hope this time the World Cup on, no more Newcastle. I think hopefully more people are going to turn up. But anyway, Becky, thank you so much. Enjoy your training session tonight. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers, Adam.
No. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that today. It was great to come down to the academy to be able to interview 5 Newcastle United women's players as well as Becky. 27th of November, mark it down on the calendar because that is the day when Newcastle United women's team return at St James's Park. It's going to be great. 22,134. The club is looking to beat that record. Can we do it? I know we can. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. I hope you enjoyed that. And as for the women's team, Sunday and next Wednesday they return with their matches, so that'll be 2 vlogs on the channel for you. Take care.